My stepmom spent 3 years pretending to love our family. The moment my dad got sick, she showed us exactly who she was. What she didn't know, his lawyer had been watching the whole time. But to understand how she almost got away with it, you have to understand who my dad was. My dad built everything from nothing. Started a small landscaping business at 24. By the time he was 58, it was worth $3.8 million. He never bragged, never complained, just worked. Then he met Linda. Linda was 41. My dad was 59. She wore designer shoes to family barbecues, called my aunts sweetie in that way that made your eye twitch, and had a habit of casually mentioning what things cost. She married my dad after 8 months of dating. My sister and I weren't invited to the wedding. For 3 years, Linda quietly rearranged everything. She convinced my dad to cut our visits to once a month. She got herself added to all his bank accounts. For emergencies, she replaced his old friends with her cousins. Then my dad was diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's. That's when Linda moved fast. She called me on a Wednesday morning. No greeting, no small talk. Your father updated his will. Everything goes to me now. I think it's best if you and your sister give us space. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just said, okay, Linda. See, what Linda didn't know was that my dad had an estate attorney named Mr. Harrington. My dad hired him 7 years earlier, specifically because he was afraid someone might take advantage of him one day. Mr. Harrington had been quietly documenting everything. The bank transfers, the will changes, the visitor restrictions, all made after the Alzheimer's diagnosis. 3 weeks later, we all sat in Mr. Harrington's office. Linda walked in wearing a cream blazer. She looked like she'd already won. Mr. Harrington placed a folder on the table. Mrs. Linda, under state law, any changes to a will made after a documented cognitive decline diagnosis are subject to an undue influence review. I have 16 months of evidence showing a pattern of financial coercion. Linda's face went completely still. The original will stands. All financial transfers from your husband's accounts in the last 2 years will be subject to a full audit. Linda looked at her lawyer. Her lawyer looked at the floor. She got nothing. The business, the house, the accounts, all protected. My dad is now in a care facility he chose himself, surrounded by people who actually love him. Linda. She moved back to her hometown. Last I heard, she sells handmade candles on Etsy. Good luck with that, Linda.